What's up everyone, this is FP6 bringing you some more Go Battle League battles in the Open Ultra League, and in today's video I'm featuring a team that is super wild, featuring a Shadow Exeggutor here, as well as Magnezone in the lead and a Cresselia in the back. I kind of just wanted to try out this like double Psychic team, and you're probably looking at this team comp and thinking, man, this team is kind of triple weak to a couple different things like G-Fisk or Escavalier, and you're absolutely right. There are a lot of weaknesses with this team, but I kind of just wanted to have some fun with Magnezone and give my Shadow Exeggutor a try. I built a Shadow Exeggutor a while ago, and I honestly don't even remember why I did. I kind of just wanted to give it a shot, and then I never really did too many battles with it. So 2 sets of battles featured in this video today running this team. I had to throw a Cresselia there in the back just to add a little bit of bulk here, because both Magnezone and Shadow Exeggutor are very glassy, but I did have a lot of fun with this team and kind of just running some fun spicy picks in Open Ultra. So hopefully you all enjoy watching this team here. You can see my Exeggutor against this Poliwrath, very positive matchup for me. Unfortunately, Seed Bomb is a pretty terrible move, but you can see these Shadow Confusions really chunking this Poliwrath. Ice Punch is going to do a lot of damage. I still have my Cresselia in the back, so this is a favorable scenario for me. I'm just going to bring out the Magnezone to force them to dump their energy, and then my Cresselia is going to be able to take out this Poliwrath, and they concede the match at that point. Good game. So Magnezone into Walrein, pretty favorable for me. However, if I get double baited here, they're able to get to the Earthquake, which is definitely going to one-shot. But Magnezone with the Steel typing does resist all of the Ice type damage that Walrein throws. And I just go straight for the Wild Charge and one-shot the Walrein. Because the Machamp came out, I have 2 responses to Machamp, so I just swap out of there. And at this point in time, the game is already over. We have 2 very solid answers to the Machamp, and now I still have my Cresselia to handle that Machamp. I know Bubble this Mirror Shot, so I'll be able to get more farm off of this Muk. Gonna be able to farm it all the way down and then get hit by a move here, but this guarantees that my Magnezone will not be farmed as much by the Machamp. My switch clock is still not up, so I'm just throwing this move, anticipating that they're gonna have to respect the shield, and they do. And at this point, Cresselia is just going to be able to win the game there. Good game. Very favorable alignment for me. Okay, G-Fisk in the lead. This is absolutely terrible. You'll notice that my Cresselia does not have Grass Knot because I just don't have a Grass Knot Cresselia built for Ultra League. I do have one built for Great League. But not having Grass Knot definitely hurts Cresselia in those water matchups, like against Walrein especially. But having Future Sight is a really nice like neutral nuke on a lot of things, and able to hit for super effective against the poison types, and like neutral damage against Talonflame is also really nice to have there. This Mandibuzz Cresselia matchup is surprisingly not that bad for Cresselia, despite taking super effective damage the entire time. Being able to get to these Moonblasts fairly quickly keeps Cresselia in the fight. And it's going to be very difficult for the Mandibuzz to snarl me down. So I'm just going to take the shield advantage, come in with my Magnezone, and load up as much as of energy as I can get. That G-Fisk is still going to be really giving me some issues though, because Wild Charge is going to be double resisted, and it's going to resist my confusion damage from Exeggutor. I'm going to be forced to have to get to those Grass type charge moves, which is going to take Exeggutor a while to get there. You can see the Wild Charge doing absolutely nothing. I wanted to chip it a little bit. Have to shield up whatever these moves are, but it is not looking good for the Exeggutor here. I don't get a confusion through there. Really unfortunate. They were able to successfully back to back. And one more Rock Slide after all this Mudshot damage will be able to take out my Exeggutor. This Seed Bomb is only going to be able to hit for neutral, and you can see that it just really does kind of a pathetic amount of damage. Despite me being Shadow, G-Fisk is very bulky. In the back is a Jellicent. So I'm thinking maybe there might still be a win condition here. So I'm going to play it out. I'm going to swap immediately into my Magnezone here. I'm going for the Wild Charge because I'm anticipating that my opponent is just going to save their shield for their G-Fisk. But no, they end up shielding the Wild Charge. Going to be able to throw another Wild Charge here, but now their G-Fisk can just easily farm me all the way down and have a Rock Slide stored. I'm not going to be able to get to another move here. And I'm definitely not going to be able to get to a C-Bomb with my Exeggutor. This Rock Slide is going to do enough damage to take me out. We made it really close, though. We made that game really close despite G-Fisk being a really terrible lead for this team. Typhlosion, not ideal. Let's see what the fast move is. They're running Shadow Claw, so I'm not getting hit for super effective fast move damage, which allows me to stay in this matchup and kind of play this out a little bit. We're both hitting for neutral. The nice thing with Typhlosion is that you never really have to worry about getting shield baited because the lowest energy cost move Typhlosion has is Blast Burn. So I'm able to successfully land the Wild Charge here. Just going to throw the Mirror Shot and see what they want to do. They do end up shielding, so now I can safely commit my second shield, farm this down, and then have energy on my Magnezone to hit something in the back. We'll see what they want to come in with. They end up coming in with a Venusaur. Now, I'm going to go into Exeggutor just to get some confusion damage, and I kind of had a feeling that Magnezone might have play against whatever they have in the back. So they bring out the Walrein. Really glad that I saved the Magnezone, and I do have energy banked on it. That's going to be helpful for taking out this Walrein. And then my Cresselia running Future Sight. If I can just get all the shields down, I'll be able to pretty much one-shot that Venusaur. So we're looking all right here. Venusaur does have a lot of energy stored, though. I'm just going straight for the Mirror Shot here and just seeing where they want to spend their shield. I'm able to get more farm there, which is really good for me. And their Venusaur is forced to throw out its energy before I'm able to get to another move. I can safely bring in the Cresselia here. And I believe I end up going for a Moonblast bait here because it should save me one Psycho Cut's worth of energy. And at this point, the Psycho Cuts are doing enough damage where Moonblast might even be enough to KO here. But gonna throw the Moonblast here. No Vine Whip goes through. And for sure the Venusaur is gonna shield. And then I just end up going for the Future Sight here because I got the Moonblast and Future Sight at the same cycle on the second time around there, and we're able to take that game. Good game. Magnezone into Alolan Muk, not too bad. Let's see what the fast move is. They're running Snarl, so this is slightly better for the Alolan Muk. If they were running Poison Jab, Magnezone would be double resisting all that damage because of the Steel typing. Gonna let this first Dark Pulse go through. I'm at back-to-back Wild Charges here, and I really need to get rid of this Alolan Muk because it's very strong against my Exeggutor and my Cresselia. CMP tie here, definitely have to shield it because I need to guarantee that I can get this second Wild Charge off. Farming up a little bit more here, and then I'm going to throw the Wild Charge right here. I'm hoping that I'm one spark away from another Wild Charge. And I am. This allows me to throw this Wild Charge before the Muk can throw another move. Now, I knew that I was going to get snarled down there, so I switch into the Cresselia. My opponent is going to hit me with the Dark Pulse. That's totally okay. Cresselia is ridiculously bulky in the Ultra League. Going to get hit by another move here. I think I end up shielding this one. I'm trying to load up as much energy as possible. And I don't want to get hit by another Dark Pulse, so I unfortunately have to throw the Moonblast here. And let's see what my opponent has in the back. Out comes a Gengar, and Future Sight is going to hit for so much damage here. Going to be able to one-shot this thing, no problem. See you later, Gengar. What is in the back? It's a Walrein, and once again, kind of in a tough spot here. I'm counting their energy. I was really hoping that I caught an Earthquake here, but no. It was an Icicle Spear, which means they're still loaded on energy. My Exeggutor is going to take so much damage from an Icicle Spear. So I bring out the Crest again, going to throw a Future Sight here. I'm hoping that maybe I can get this thing low enough to Confusion it down. But there's just no way that's going to happen. This Walrein has way too much energy. Icicle Spear is going to take me out, and it's going to do a lot of damage to my Exeggutor here. I sneak a Confusion, so I know that I'm 2 Confusions away from getting to another Seed Bomb. Really hoping that I can get there, but no. This Walrein has energy for days. Gonna be able to take me out there. Good game. Solid team from my opponent for sure. Alolan Muk and Walrein, 2 very solid picks. Nidoqueen in the lead, not good for me at all. Gonna go into the Exeggutor. I am getting hit for super effective damage here, but I'm also hitting for super effective with my Confusion. I end up shielding the Poison Fang because honestly that might have done enough damage to take me out. Out comes a Giratina Alter. This is not looking good at all. Gonna throw the Psychic and I really hope that they let it go through. Thank goodness, because that does massive damage. They're able to farm me down, but I get a lot of Confusion damage off of that Giratina. And I'm looking at their health and really hoping that I can try to spark this down with my Magnezone. I sneak a Spark upon entry, which is good for me. They do go for the Shadow Sneak. It wouldn't really make sense for them to bait in this matchup. I get another Spark through, and I'm hoping that I can spark this down before they get to another move. My Magnezone has a lot of loaded energy now, but I still have a Nidoqueen to deal with. It is fairly low because of that Confusion damage. Now I'm going to go for a bunch of Mirror Shots here and try to equalize our shields. They don't shield that, not good for me, and they sneak a Poison Jab. They don't shield that one either. Unfortunate. In the back is an Empoleon, and not having Grass Knot here makes this a rough situation as well, because all it can do is hit for resisted damage. I'm down a shield. Gonna go for a Moonblast and just pray for a debuff here. I'm trying to get any sort of advantage I can. They don't shield and I don't get a debuff. Really not good for me. Gonna throw another Moonblast. Have to shield this Hydro Cannon up. I can potentially try to catch the next Hydro on my Magnezone, but then I still have a really healthy Nidoqueen to deal with. So it's not looking good here. I swap into my Magnezone, and then I get farmed down by the Nidoqueen, and then I top left very swiftly there. Well played to my opponent. I'm not able to take that game. Okay, Melmetal in the lead. Kind of an awkward lead because they do have Superpower, which will hit for a lot of damage. But I know that Wild Charge in turn will also hit for a lot of damage. And both of us have self-debuffing moves, so we're farming up a lot. I throw a Wild Charge, and they let it go through. I tried to swap into my Crest to catch the Superpower there, but it was actually a CMP tie. They bait me with the Rock Slide, so I'm really hoping that I was going to be able to catch the Superpower there, but they held onto their energy. Really smart play, and now I'm hard punished by a freaking Giratina again, and they do go for the Shadow Sneak. I'm not going to be able to get to a Psychic. I was really hoping that they would just throw Dragon Claw, so I could at least get this energy off, but that is not the case. And that is an awkward amount of health for me to deal with. Gonna bring in the Magnezone again. I have a lot of energy stored, so I know that I can load up some more here. Shadow Sneak is definitely not going to be lethal, so I can let this go through. But Wild Charge is also not going to be enough to take out this Giratina. It is just so bulky. Gonna throw a Wild Charge here, and they survive. Not good. I'm trying to Psycho Cut this thing down before it can throw a move, but they end up throwing a Dragon Claw. That's okay, I can tank it. In the back is a Clefable. Okay. Now, Cresselia handles the Charmers fairly well because it's just so bulky. You can get to these charge moves and threaten shields. I have to shield this, and I really need to burn the shields from this Clefable. Gonna throw the Moonblast here and see what my opponent wants to do. They still have that Melmetal that's very low health. They do shield that there, and I get the attack debuff, which is really good for me. Charm goes through there. I tried to go for denial, but it did not work. Gonna throw the Moonblast here, and they let it go. Melmetal comes out. This Rock Slide's gonna KO me. All I really need to do is get to 2 Mirror Shots here. I'm able to swap into my Magnezone before they farm me down. Able to get to 1 Mirror Shot here, and then plus the spark damage, this Mirror Shot should do enough to knock out this Melmetal. Down it goes, and I'm able to spark down the Giratina and take that game. Pretty nice victory there. Good game. Magnezone. Okay, Escavalier. I'm triple weak to this thing, so let's see what happens. They are noticing that I'm staying in. I'm going to try to bait this wild charge. Please give me a shield. So bad. So bad. So now I have to shield this in hopes of getting to this wild charge, and I'm really hoping that they let this through. Please. Really unfortunate. Have to bring out the EXEGGUTOR here so I don't get farmed down, and this Mega Horn is gonna probably KO about 4 EXEGGUTORs worth. I really need to get rid of this Escavalier, and by some miracle just hope that it's like 2 fighters in the back, but they let it go. What are they gonna bring out? Walrein. That's a GG. I get out of there. Good game. Okay, Articuno lead. Very favorable for me. Out comes an Alolan Muk. I'm double weak to Alolan Muk in the back, but it is a poison jab Alolan Muk. In my head, I'm thinking that Magnezone is really going to have to carry a lot of weight in this battle. If I can get this Alolan Muk low enough to where I can Psycho Cut it down, or maybe even Confusion it down, then we're in an okay spot. They let that go through. I'm going to throw a Mirror Shot here and see what they want to do. But I definitely need to get rid of this Alolan Muk. They let it go. That's really good for me. However, my EXEGGUTOR is going to get destroyed by that Articuno. Oh my gosh. And there's an Obstagoon in the back. I'm also triple weak to Obstagoon pretty much. So, not looking good. My EXEGGUTOR is just dead weight, so I bring it out and totally sacrifice it here. I'm just trying to burn a shield from this Obstagoon or get it low enough to where potentially a Wild Charge or 1 Moonblast will be able to KO. It's definitely in Wild Charge range here. I'm able to get to a Seed Bomb, but they catch on their Articuno. Really nice play from my opponent. This is going to be tough. I have to load up a lot of energy with my Magnezone. I'm down a shield. Have to load up a lot here. I can tank Icy Winds, no problem. Gonna throw the Wild Charge here, and I don't think this is gonna be enough to KO, but I might swap and get a head start on energy with my Cresselia. No, it is enough to KO. And now I'm just going straight for the Mirror Shots, trying to burn some shields here. But I gotta get out of here before I get farmed down. Now we're on equal shields. I just need to get to 1 Moonblast, and as long as this Obstagoon does not boost, we still have a shot here. So definitely not going to shield the first move. They're going to need, it almost looks like 4 or 5 Night Slashes to knock out Cress here. They're at another one. I'm really hoping that they're energy dry here. This was a CMP tie, so they shouldn't be able to sneak in a counter. And now I can comfortably shield whatever their next move is and get to that Moonblast, and they realize it. And so I think they concede the game right there. Good game. Man, that was a wild game. We were somehow able to come back from that and still win. Machamp lead, really bad, but we have 2 responses to this in the back. Out comes the EXEGGUTOR, and they bring out a Dragonite. Okay, my Confusion damage is really chunking this thing, so I'm hoping that I can potentially burn some shields here. I will shield this up. I'm going to throw 2 more Confusions to try to get to back-to-back Seed Bomb, and that's optimal move timing there, 8 against 9, so they're not able to sneak in too much extra energy. I get the shield right there, and if they're counting, they know that this is just a Seed Bomb, and they should survive it. It's double resisted. Really nice no shield on their part, and it provides me with minimal farm for my Magnezone, which is unfortunate. But I can tank this no problem. I know that if I can burn shields, then I can nuke that Machamp with a Wild Charge late game, hopefully. So out comes the Machamp, and I'm going to catch this Cross Chop on my Cresselia. Puts me in a pretty good spot here. I know the Machamp is energy dry now. They are farming up before they leave, though. I don't think they have a move stored quite yet. And out comes another Empoleon. Not having Grass Knot here is very unfortunate, but I'm just going to go for the Future Sight this time. It definitely does more damage than the Moonblast. Can let this Hydro go through. I know the Machamp has some residual energy still. I'm going to try, I'm going to go for another Future Sight here. I need to get their shields burnt. They let that one go through, and at this point I'm thinking, okay, I think I can spark this all the way down, have 2 Wild Charges stored, and then win the game. That's my thought process here. So I commit to the farm down. I'm not at 2 Wild Charges yet. Gonna throw one wild charge right here. I thought I was at back-to-back wild charge here, but this, in hindsight, was a mistake. I was one away, but I'm barely survived. Holy cow, barely survived, and I'm gonna be able to one-shot this Machamp and take that game. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you appreciate the content, and I'll catch you all in the next video.